difficulties that you faced while facing Bumrah and Kuldeep?
Well, obviously both, world-class bowlers in their own right. Bumrah coming in, who can crank it up to 150k is always going to be pretty tough. And his accuracy this series, I think, has been very impressive. Hasn't missed his mark too much and has been able to swing it both ways as well, which has been quite impressive, even with that action, which also adds to the fact of how hard he is to pick up. Kuldeep has been obviously very impressive as well. He was very accurate, hard to get on top of with the pace that he bowled. It was hard to get down to the wicket and be able to force it through the field. So he was accurate. He was using the footmarks well and giving it a good spin.
Peter, just a little bit more about Kuldeep. You faced him on his debut like last year in India, 2 years ago in India. He's played a lot of one-day cricket, gained a lot of confidence. Was he a different bowler today or over the last 2 days as compared to then? Like, is there anything that's...
I think, if anything, he's just gotten more consistent. And that comes obviously with playing more and more international cricket. So he's come to set up obviously with some skill, and now he's starting to really hone his skill and bowl very, very well.
Pete, the Hawkeye showed you were making contact with the ball about half a metre further up the strip in this Test match compared to the previous one that you played. Can you just talk us through the process of making that kind of adjustment and your thinking behind it?
It was just a different place to stand on the wicket. Obviously, it's quite obvious to see that I'd moved out of my crease a little bit further, or moved to the crease, I guess, from where I was. And that's just something that I've been working a little bit with JL and Hickey, just trying to access my front foot a little bit more. Obviously, with a bit of reverse swing as well, I need to be able to move both forward and back and well. So that's just a couple of things that we've tried, and it felt pretty good this game. But it's still a work in progress, and whether I continue to do that or not, we'll wait and see. Obviously, with some more practice.
Is that sort of a hard adjustment to make mid-series as well? Just the literal technical way of setting up differently. Yeah,
it is. But I've always got to look to improve. Guys change their game, all the time, and I needed to. I need to look to improve and look to be able to score runs and stay out there. So this is something that we've come up with, and hopefully it can work. Or if it doesn't, well then we'll try something else.
Pete, in a greater context than just this series, how important is it to get a draw tomorrow?
Yeah, huge for us to push for the draw. We've obviously got a really good chance to shift some momentum back into our camp. Not just for the one-dayers coming up, but also there's the World Cup and there's the Ashes. So this movement can really start tomorrow, and we know that. We know that as a batting group, that we can really take some confidence out of tomorrow if we can last this day and show that, or show the country, show the world that we're not far off clicking and being a really good team.
Australia followed on after a while, and I think since after last time they followed on in Australia was in 1988. How disappointing is it to, come to terms with the fact that as a batting group, you have let down the expectations of your countrymen and generally the cricket fraternity?
Oh, yeah, obviously it hurts, mate. You never want to follow on in any Test match for obvious reasons. But we're just going out tomorrow. We'll be drawing this game tomorrow. And then we'll go over the game then and assess where we need to improve and get better as a team.
Pete, there's been a bit of talk around the country at the moment about selectors and selections and the communication towards players of those decisions. I mean, how would you describe the feedback that you've had from selectors in the last year? I mean, we've seen you come in and out of the side quite a bit.
Yeah, all open and honest conversations. Which has actually been really good. I've been able to push my case with them with some really good conversations, and they tell me where I stand, whether how they want me, what I need to improve, or how they see me in the Test side. And no, it's actually been really good. The communication's been great.
Pete, just following up on what you said before about what you can get out of tomorrow with a draw. What about if a young batsman in the side was to get 100 tomorrow? It hasn't happened this series, and I mean obviously for the player who does it, but also for the rest of the group, would that be a significant thing for the team?
Yeah, it'd be really nice. I mean, you touched on we haven't scored 100 this series, which is obviously a big thing, but yeah, if someone can come out tomorrow and score 100, that'd be great. Or even face 200 or 300 balls in a Test match saving knock can also give us a lot of confidence going forward. So, whoever that is tomorrow, it'll give themselves a lot of confidence, and it'll give the group a lot of confidence moving forward as well.
Pete, there was just a moment today with Nathan Lyons, LBW, which was focused on a bit on the TV coverage where it looked like it may have actually not been out. And it's happened a couple of times this summer, a couple of times in the one days as well, I think, where you guys haven't referred ones that you probably would have got away with. Is that at all part of the mindset of where the team's at the moment? Is it a sign of any kind of lack of confidence or anything like that?
No, that's... No, DRS is random with stuff like that. Sometimes, like, you ask Gazza, he thinks he hit it on the full middle toe or his big toe. There's not often anyone in the world thinks that they're going to review that. So, no, he walked off, no doubt, thinking that he was out. So why? That's fine. That's his decision, and we back that in completely. Same with any DRS reviews out there. We back Patey in 100%. There's a lot of confidence behind him.
Pete, the India bowling coach was in here before saying their plan before the series was to take the cut and pull shot away from Australia's batters. Did you feel like they've done that well as a group, and what have they done so well as a bowling attack that's made it so difficult to score runs? Yeah,
I've had one cut shot this series and I hit it straight to second slip, so well, maybe they need to bowl more and I might keep going. But no, they haven't missed their mark. You talk about bowling plans for as long as you want, but they've executed top of off odd bouncer, which is Test cricket, and they've just kept repeating and repeating and repeating. So credit to them. That's been very impressive.